Here I am, guys. I had to go pay the water bill. The link is to the stream is in the top of the chat. If you want to hop in, you're more than welcome. We'll be here for an hour and a half or so. Just shooting the bull and building models if you want. Oh, I'm doing pretty good tonight. I'm back and forwards. My camera, everything. We were in Blue Streaks, and everything was backwards on my screen. Now it's back right. Now I'm getting screwed up because everything's in the wrong area. You have a good time there tonight, Mark. I try to be there every week, at least for part of it. Hey, Michael, Serge, KRD. Who else we got? Mini Mike. So we got plenty of room. You'll hop in. So we're just gonna be here for hours. So not gonna be an all-nighter. No worries there. I am starting on. Oh well. If you weren't in Blue Streaks, I've got the truck ready for clear. Actually, I got one coat of clear on it, but I ran out, so I gotta. Fortunately, I'm going into the city tomorrow, so I can pick up some more. So we got the truck in clear, so we're there. So I'm working on. This is Atlantis is repopping the original Revell B58 Hustler kit from the 1950s. In fact, when you back in the late 50s, if you get Post cereal, you sent in like 50 cents and 2 or 3 box tops, and this was the kit you got from them. It happens, Serge. You just go through it. When it happens to me, I just let the glue dry overnight, and then you can usually go back and with the polishing compound, buffing compound. I can find your girlfriend may have some of these real fine buffing pads for her nails, and you can a lot of times you can buff and polish that glue right back off. It'll and you can get that out, because actually on the 55 Chevy that I did last week, when I was putting the wheels on, I put a great big super glue thumbprint right in the middle of the driver's door, and that's exactly what I did. Everything was done on it, and it was all cleared. Everything was done, and I put that stupid thumbprint right in the front of the door. So I took the nail buffer, and I did the rougher side and buffed the door with that. Got it down fairly smooth. Then I went to the smooth side of the buffing pad and worked it out. And I just managed to work that out. Just let it dry completely before you start that, so you're not smearing it. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to get it out. But yeah, it just happens. I mean, it is what it is. Not everything works out the way it's supposed to. Hey, Michael. Bruce is
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Hi, Mike.
What's up, Bruce?
We are.
That's right. That's right. We are the happening cats.
Hey, Jeff.
We are the meow.
So we'll be here for an hour or so tonight. We're not going to pull any late nighters.
Is that a fa hour or so? Not going to run until 1 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock you come back and he's still there?
Oh no, because I haven't even eaten dinner yet, so we're not going to go on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh man, you should eat dinner.
I have to go cook it first, though. So
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
no, it's not good. I got to take mom into the city tomorrow to go shopping. So, and because I ran out of clear coat, so
Yeah, I heard on the other live you ran out of clear coat. I've been there. I just reorganized some of my shelves, and I'm like, I bet Bob could use about 1 or 2 of these 10 bottles of clear that I got over here.
well, if you haven't even got it buff, and stuff, I would say I would try the uh, the buffing pad for the women use for their fingernails. It's really, really fine. You can barely feel like it's rough at all, and the other side feels smooth. And see if you can work that glue spot out with that first. Or if you got like 3 or 4 thousand wet grain, wet sanding paper, you can try that, but that might be too even that might be too aggressive. Just and if it, that would be how I would do it. And
Greetings,
then
strangers.
after you finish and buff and wax, if you get it worked out, it should be just fine. You won't even notice it.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, what's up, bud?
Oh, Figured it was
Ryan.
good a time as any to go pay the water bill and top off the
Right.
coffee and stuff.
Gotta do the water bill thing. If you
Utilities.
don't, you wish you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get it buffed out to where it looks all right, then once you put the wax and polish on it, it should pretty much disappear into the finish.
Sometimes it's all about hiding it.
Yeah, oh yeah, hiding stuff.
That's what Fred Henry told me. I told him, I said, man, you're an awesome builder. When I saw that coupe that he did and all of his work, I'm like, man, you're an awesome builder. He said, nah, I just know how to hide it real well. I'm like,
Right.
okay, if you say so, I'm not going to argue with you. But from what I see, it looks really good.
Yeah, he told me the same thing.
Let me go right here and grab it.
The art of misdirection.
Right? Distract the eyeball.
Yep.
They said right when I was finishing it, putting the wheels on. I don't even know if I can get the light to catch it. I put a super glue thumbprint right there.
Don't you
I
just
can
hate that?
almost see it in the reflection line, but
Yeah, you kind of catch it. It doesn't quite reflect as much as the rest. But that's what I did. I took this buffing pad and buffed it down because it was clear coated. It was done.
dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was literally gluing the wheels on, which is the last thing I do on any models. Put the wheels on permanently, anyway. And yeah, I had some little glue on my finger and right there.
I did the same thing on my Aerovit.
But I just waxed it or buffed it and with the buffer till it looked decent enough, and then I hit the rubbing compound on it and hit a little bit of rubbing compound over it to smooth it down, and it is what it is.
Jason,
Unless I told you it was there, you would never see it. I will when I put it up on a 55-inch screen, I could see it because I knew where it was. That damn 55-inch television is going to be the bane of my existence.
That's what you said the other day.
On a 15-inch computer screen, everyone hunky dory, but yeah.
I use 32-inch TV screens for my computer monitors, so I feel your pain.
Should I?
Oh, I see YouTube's up to its normal thing. I had 408 subscribers an hour ago. Now Now I got 406. Awesome. Tomorrow it'll be 412 or something stupid like that, and then it'll change again.
Yeah, I noticed if I don't watch somebody's channel for a week or two, that it unsubscribes me from them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it thinks I'm a bot. I could see taking it out of my, like if you click on the home, it gives you a selection of videos rather than actually like an actual feed, and they don't show up. They stop showing up in there, but no need to unsubscribe it. But they do.
That's what I say.
I already don't know notifications. I don't never get any notifications anymore.
I hardly ever. I just stumbled across the one you did was it last night or the night before. I just happened to stumble across it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be on Tuesdays now instead of Thursdays because Robert Time Machine has the races on Tuesdays, so he can't do his Tuesdays anymore. And he wanted to move to Thursday, and it didn't matter to me what night it was on. The only difference is there's one Tuesday night a month that I can't do it, so I'm going to have Jeff or somebody fill in for me. Because that's tonight. My club meetings run the second Tuesday of every month.
That's important.
Not really, but it gets me out of the house.
That's why it's important. My getting out of the house is Walmart.
Well, that's what I do when I go. I go to Walmart, usually before or after the club meeting. Get the groceries that I can't get here in town.
I do my clicky thing on Walmart, then I go get it.
Yeah, I used to be one of those clicky people at Walmart. Had to run around and fill other people's grocery bills.
Yeah, me too. I worked in the meat department for 5 years. That was a lot of fun.
At least in the summertime there, it was always cool. But in the wintertime, you froze your ass off in the meat department.
Yeah. I don't know how your store was, but our main freezer was in produce.
Yeah, that's where ours was. But then produce had the biggest cooler except for dairy.
Yeah.
And then across the hall from that was the main freezer for everybody.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm talking about.
And except for bakery had their own separate freezer. And the deli had a little bitty one, but they had to keep most of their stuff in the main freezer. And then the meat room had two coolers, one for chicken and one for everything else.
I see.
Until the online shopping started, and then they moved the chicken in with the regular stuff, because all of a sudden now it was okay. You didn't have to worry about cross contamination anymore.
Yeah, see, ours was all one big thing. We had chicken, but we had it separated in the room, but it was all one thing.
No, meat had two separate coolers. One was just chicken and fish, and the other one was pork and beef, and the lunch meat and all that kind of stuff. But, they were big on the cross contamination. But then when they started the online shopping and pickup, they took then all of a sudden it was okay to have the poultry and the fish in the regular main meat cooler.
Yeah, that's the first thing they check when they come and do an audit on the room. Is the beef above the chicken or the pork or what? So.
Yeah, raw stuff above cooked stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was an electric outlet in the produce cooler, so that's where we used to hide all our Telzons and Telzon battery chargers and printer chargers. You could never find the damn things when you had to go do stuff. Now they do it all on their cell phones.
Yeah, we still had the meat room when they took all the meat out, meat slicers and stuff out. So we had a table with a big box stacked in front of it, and there was an outlet on the bottom of the shelf that we would stick all of our Telzons in. Well, they do the same thing at Hobby Lobby. I asked the girl the other day where something was. She pulled out her phone. She goes, "Here, it's over here."
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was about, I guess, 2 years ago that Walmart went to all cell phone. They give everybody a cell phone when you work there.
Huh. And I remember the days when you had to leave your cell phone in the locker. Can't
I
have no
remember
cell
the
phones out
days.
on the floor.
I remember days when there wasn't a cell phone.
So do I. Did you have a bag phone too?
Yeah, I had a bag phone.
You mean one of them big car phones?
Big Motorola. Yeah, that was the best cell
Yep.
phone I ever had. That sucker, you could contact Russia with that damn thing.
Yeah, really.
You
It
know, if
only
you can-
weighed 30 pounds.
if you can, those things are still active if you find the right towers for them to work off of.
I
Well,
still
yeah,
have
Them things,
They-
you couldn't destroy them.
yeah, the analog is still
Yeah, it's
still
still.
works, but
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
Well,
Last time I said that, the carpet monster got fed.
yeah, well, I just broke my scalpel blade.
Well, that's not good, but as long as you didn't hurt yourself, that's okay.
No. Still have all our fingers. Same
That's good.
fingers.
You're
That's
not
good.
leaking? You're not leaking anywhere?
No.
Bonus.
It stayed stuck in the
Not
plastic.
yet, anyway.
Carving on.
That's a bonus if you're not leaking.
Yes.
All right.
Where's my bad blade jar? Oh, piddle. I move stuff around when I do a video, and then I can't find anything.
It happens.
I don't know.
That's what I love about my little 60 drawer bins. I got one that's just my tools, like my small bits and my blades and sanding sticks and toothpicks and cotton swabs.
That's all right. I got more bottles. Clink.
yeah, I repurposed one of my little toothpick holders when it went dead. That's for my sharps.
Well, being a diabetic, I have all these cute little bottles.
Oh yeah, the little
Yeah.
test strip bottles.
Yep.
Yeah, they've kind of taken the place of 35 millimeter bottles that
Yeah,
you can't get anymore.
right.
Can you even buy 35 millimeter film anymore? I don't know.
Yeah,
Last
you
time I
can.
saw a bottle of it.
You can, but it's hard to come by.
It's hard to come by. I have a 35 millimeter camera.
But some of the professional photographers still use it film, so that you can still get it. Just you have to go to an actual photo camera shop. Yeah.
Or you can take your
I'm still
chance
trying
on
to figure
eBay.
out how to use this fancy one I got for Christmas. I'm still figuring it out. I actually figured out how to get. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I just posted on my Facebook. I posted a bunch of pictures from JaxCon. It was pictures I took with that camera that had a card that goes in it, and I didn't know how the hell to get the information off the card onto my phone. So I bought some attachment that you plug into the phone, and then you can plug the card into that and upload it that way.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
literally, and I've had the phone since the beginning of the year, and I literally did that beginning of this week, and it was the first. They've been on there all that whole time.
It always seems like when I'm looking for cables like that, I find the one end on one thing and the other end on another thing, but never both ends on the opposite end.
Right? Yeah. It says, yeah.
I have an Android phone, and I can just Bluetooth it right to my laptop. So I don't. That's how I download stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have a file manager app. I connect it to my network and just transfer it to any one of my computers that's on the network.
Or my laptop, I have an SD card reader too on it, so I can just stick the SD card in the slots.
Yeah, I got one. I got one of the newer C plug ones. So the newer style phones uses a USB-C plug. Okay, so what the hell did I do with the damn blades?
They're right here. I got them.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Bob. I'll take the number 11 chart, please.
Well,
All
you got two options there, Bruce. You can either look for your glasses or look for your car keys.
I know where the glasses are.
Well, look for your car keys. You'll find your life plates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just had them for that video too. What did I do with them? I bet I put them in a drawer.
No way.
No.
right. That's why you
Why would
can't find them. If you put them away, you're definitely never going to be able to find them.
Why would I do something like that?
I organize. Now I'm lost.
I keep the immediate area around my cutting mat fairly clear. Other than that, it's fair game.
Yeah. There's a vacant spot. It'll end up there.
That's the problem I have. Is everything's fair game. Well, they're not there.
Well, it can be in any one of three spots: on top of something, under something, or in something.
There lies the problem.
What's up, Kevin?
There goes my gold paint. What is that?
It's a big square box about like that.
You want a momentary distraction that might make you think a little more there, Bruce?
I know what. I'm just going to quit looking for them. And then I'll find them after a while.
Well, let me distract you on something for a moment. On them liquid chrome pens that you got,
Yes.
is there a typo on the box at all? Because I got my liquid chrome pen in the mail, and I was looking at the package and I had to laugh. Mine says high gloss, usable for almost all smooth surfaces. They got 3 S's on the word gloss, but no S on the word suitable.
And well, see, I got mine taped together, so I don't know.
Let's see, you got the box. I got the single single pen package. But I thought it was hilarious. See, I don't. Can you see that?
Sure.
Can you see that right there?
Let me blow you up here, Ryan.
Where it says high gloss with 3 S's. But it's usable for almost all surfaces.
Yes,
I thought that was hilarious. There you go, Bobby. Pull me down.
Well, I say I got my boxes taped together, so if it's on the inside, I couldn't tell you. But it's not on the outside of these. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is the difference between a single pen versus the boxes of 3.
Yeah, I can see. I bought the box of threes.
But when I saw that, I thought it was hilarious. And then I'm realizing, well, this is super high gloss because it's got 3 S's. It's plural gloss.
Hey, Kevin, welcome back.
It must have been an English person that did this one because it's all spelt right.
Bummer. Wang Na is the company. Wang Na.
Wang yang. Now these are Zolt OET.
Oh, you got a different brand then. Okay.
Yeah, that's why that might be it. These are the
Yeah.
ones Manny had. I clicked on his link. I went, my Amazon account went, thank you.
Well, I just thought that they were liquid chrome, and I saw mine has the big circle G instead of the M for Molotov. And if yours are Zolt, that's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
Zolt.
Didn't even think of that. Well, that's a good tip for the folks watching who catch it. There's a variety out there. You don't just need a Molotov. There's a couple of cheaper options that work just as good.
Yeah. The box of 3 was $7.89 or something.
Right. Don's
Oh,
getting
well,
a
why
cat
not?
scan.
I've wasted $8 on worse stuff.
Thanks for the update, Jeff.
CAT scans aren't bad. It's a freaking MRI that sucks.
Yes, I can't do MRIs anymore. I'd have to go to any.
Vibration makes me nauseous when I take them.
The worst part about a CAT scan is it takes forever to get the information back.
My claustrophobia won't let me do one.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I'd have to go to Indianapolis to do an open one, and the open one is only a foot further away from you, but the sides are open. It's kind of like a clamshell. But my insurance company don't want to pay for me to go all the way up there and do that. Imagine that. Insurance companies don't want to pay for something.
Right.
Okay, they're not in the Mercury box. They're not in the convertible box. They gotta be in this cabinet. Haha, found him.
Good. What's up, Reds? How's Red doing tonight?
Yeah, the other is a pretty blue case.
Mini milestone. The last bit of the Oriental green that needs to be sprayed on this Hudson is now in the easy bake oven. Next
Nice.
step up. Next step up, clear. Woo-hoo.
My clear says quick shine on it.
It works. That's what's on my race cars, quick shine.
Yep. By the way, I still haven't opened that box yet either.
Okay. I figure you'll get to it when you get to it. I gotta find another box for the other one in time to get down to the post office. Like I
There
said
are
before,
no-
the post office is open the exact same hours I need to be at my shop.
Yeah, I see how they are.
Yeah. Now, every once in a while, believe it or not, and some people may not even think that these type of mail people still exist. But if I have a package that comes in via USPS that's too big, maybe it's because it's a commercial building. I don't know, but the lady will actually bring me my mail and my package, which is cool enough. But if I give her a package, even if we don't know what it weighs or whatever, she'll take it back to the post office, pay to have it shipped off, and then bring me a receipt, and then I pay her the next time. She, put it
Yeah.
in a little envelope, which is very reminiscent of the old school. And she says she doesn't do it for everybody, but she does it to me. I've stuck out, especially when I go to ship out shop cards. You might have 5 or 6, 7 shop cards. If I don't have any stamps, I'll put them in the box with a flag up. When I go out the next day, mail's gone, a little envelope in there. It says you owe me $3 and something cents, and I give her the money in the envelope, and we're both happy.
Nice.
Yeah, whenever ever out stamps or whatever, I just put a little note in the mailbox with the $5 bill or $10 bill or whatever, and next day the stamps are in the mailbox.
I would say our real carrier does that. If you put the money in the box, they'll give you change.
I ain't
Well,
worried about
the fact that
changing
she
the money.
floated me credit was funny. I didn't think they even did that anymore.
My town is so small. My mom knows the mail lady personally. Hangs out with her at the bar all the time. They do all kinds of swapping in the mailbox, dropping off freaking sewing and laundry and God knows what all else they swap.
Hey, it's convenient, and they're going to be there anyway. It's not like they're going out of their way.
Right? You know they're stopping by at least once a day.
At least.
Oh, okay. That's each. That's a 15. And that's an 11. You'd think they would put a picture on these.
No. Why would they do that?
Yeah. Well, I got 4 different style blades and 4 different holders. I guess I'll just put one on each one. There again, it was $8 on Amazon. I thought, why not? Archie said it's a good thing.
That's one thing I
Archie would
wasn't
never
so
tell you a
fond
lie.
of. It's one thing I wasn't so fond of with the scalpel style blades. I don't have any scalpel style knives.
Well, they came with 4
They
knives.
come with handles.
Yeah.
The ones I get, the blades come with the handle.
Speaking
Come
of
with
new
the handle.
tools, I don't think I showed you guys this. I got a new tool in the mail the other day from Death Spy. It's a
Tool.
little mini sander.
Nice.
It's got all kinds of different tips that you can put on it, and it's got its own sandpaper too. But it's got like square tips, pointy tips, and a little pen size sander. I haven't used it yet, but it looks like it works pretty good. It'd be a pretty cool idea.
Interesting.
So you
As
take
long as
the
it, as long as it
I'm
helps
not-
you
I'm
get
not
into
there.
them tough to reach areas. That's
yeah,
cool.
like here's one that a little tip that you can put on it, and it's kind of small. It's a quarter of the size of a toothbrush, and it even comes with its own sandpaper that is already pre-cut for the different sizes that you need. Like because it's like here's one for a little bit bigger squares, and there's one that's kind of like shaped like a half circle, so you can. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It might
cool.
be. I don't think it's maybe a little bit overpriced, but I figured out what the hell. If it helps me sand and makes a better product, it was worth it.
Show
Yep.
me a tool that's not at a garage sale that isn't overpriced.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Listen, after buying tools off the Snap-on truck, this stuff is cheap.
Ain't
Right?
that the truth? Man. And I thought they were price high when I was a mechanic.
Oof.
I got a truck here a while back. It was pricing a set of wrenches. I thought, good God, that's 3 times the price I paid for my set.
Yep, it's
That's
crazy.
3 times the price you'd pay for the mortgage.
No kidding.
But just think, $50 a week for the rest of your life.
Hey, that's how I
Hey.
bought my roller bench. It took me 5 years to pay for that sucker.
Yep. Me
And
too.
they own you until it's paid for. And they're always going
Yeah.
to stop by offering
Okay.
you
Good guy.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
there every
what's
week.
up, Terry?
And
Terry.
Yeah,
Bert.
that's how they get you. They sell you on the service because they're the only truck that comes out to the shop. So it's like, and I call it the crack truck for grown men because as soon as they show up, I might as well shut the shop down for 30 minutes because every one of my
Exactly.
guys is out there crawling around on the truck and looking at all the fancy stuff. They had a kind of a long story, so I'll shorten it up the best I can. but they had what they called the rock and roll tool truck guy, right? This guy's only job is to go around different areas. We'll say all over the Southeast, maybe the East Coast. I don't know, but selling toolboxes. So he comes by my shop and I'm like, no, you're not tricking me. I'm good with what I'm working out of. I'm good. And of course, they got the Mac Daddy, you know, all the bells and whistles toolbox on the truck. And I walk on there and he was like, you got to have this box. You got to have this box. I said, there's no way that you can sell me that box. And he was like, what do you mean by that? I said, I don't want my payment to go up over, I forget what it was. We'll say $100 a month. And if you can sell me that box and my payment don't go up over $100 a month, I'll buy it right here, right now. Well, it takes about 6 to 8 months because I wanted it in my own color. And this was like late spring, early summer last year. Won't have it till the first of the year. I'm like, I'm good. Perfect. That gives me a chance to pay down my account and I'll be ready for it when it gets here. Well, sure enough, first of the year rolls around and it gets here. And my actual Snap-on dealer comes up to me and is like, hey, man, we need to talk about this toolbox. I'm like, yeah, what you want to do? He said, well, that guy didn't give you all the details. I'm like, well, what do they want to do? Run it up $100 a month or whatever? And he was like, no, they want $15,000 now. I'm like, well, guess what?
Yeah, no.
I said, I didn't sign a damn thing, and I don't owe you nothing for that toolbox. Good luck selling it to somebody else.
Yeah, you can cancel that one right now.
Wow.
The toolbox was almost 40 grand when I got done. But and it wasn't even an impulse buy. I purposely priced it in such a way and tried to get it on terms that they just couldn't do it. Right? Didn't make sense for him. Well, it turns out he got credit and got a bonus for the sale, whether the box ever got delivered or built. So he was just writing contracts left and right just as fast as he could to get his bonuses. And
Yeah, I actually bought one.
build that box and then eat it.
I actually bought one of them from Snap-on myself, Mike. It's a 72-inch chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can put a stackable on top of it. Of course, I didn't buy that, but it's hell, he had it on the truck. He said, and they're always good about it. I can roll that off for you today.
Yep, they want to let you have it for sure.
The
That's what
thing
I'm
is,
working out of. I'm working out of a 72-inch box, just the bottom box, and
Yeah.
I have been for 10 years. And there's
Yeah.
absolutely nothing wrong with my box. I can put
Right.
a top box on it and have way more storage than what I need.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
they
the
want
one I got. The one I got is I bought it because it was a breast cancer awareness chest. It's anodized pink on the front of the handles.
right.
I thought
Mine
it looked
had
pretty
specked
cool.
out orange with black handles. And
Yep.
this thing was, when I got done, I had a cabinet on the end of it for like my uniforms and whatnot, and it had storage area for your boots, and that's where all your electronic, were charging ports and all that were in there. At the other end was another, but literally the bottom drawers on the far cabinet was a step. So the bottom two was a step, so you could. They weren't really drawers; they were just steps, so you could step up and see it, especially for my short self. Where I could see the box was like 8 foot long and 7 foot tall. It was
Right.
stupid. That's like I said. I didn't think they'd give it to me, so I made them jump through the hoops. And then he
Yeah.
said you can have it. I'm like, oh shit.
I guess I did all right. My bill ain't for $50 a month, so
That's how they get you. They get you on the payment plan. The one I got was only $50 a month for like 7 years, 5 years anyway.
no, mine wasn't. I don't even remember what the amount of time was. I mean, I didn't pay that much attention to it, but I got that, and I've got I don't know if it's a 3/8. I ain't even used it. 3/8 or a 1/2 inch impact sockets, all that stuff. So,
It's Snap-on makes sense for somebody that is a mechanic that doesn't necessarily want to worry about going to Sears or going to someplace and having it warrantied out because they inevitably break. I don't give a damn who makes them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the convenience and the service is what you pay for.
yeah, them
When
coming
he
to
shows
you.
up, yeah, they come to you. He shows up, something's broke. You hand it to him. He gives you another one. So
That's right.
That's what you're really paying for.
That's
But
what
it
it's
is to
mine.
just buy it outright. It's stupid overpriced, dumb.
Yeah.
But we do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be my deal once I get the payments done on my, of course, the guy that bought the truck was my mechanic, but as soon as he pays me what he owes me for that, I'm gonna pay that Snap-on price off.
Yeah, I thought buying tools was expensive until I started buying parts, stuff that the shop needs, computers and all that.
Uh,
$15,000 for a stupid reader to check codes.
yep, he's
But
got one of them.
without it, I can't do any work though. Because without the
That's
computer,
right.
I can't figure out what sensor's bad. Just telling the computer not to work right.
That's right.
I'm glad
Yeah,
I quit when
my
I did.
mechanic, he's got that $15,000, but the thing is not only is it $15,000, it costs you so much money. I think it is a month to update it.
Yeah, you got that. Mine's wirelessly connected to the computer and all, and
Yep.
it'll do random updates and whatnot.
Yep.
Every time they come up with something new, yeah, that's $300 a month for that service.
That's
But
crazy.
what it pays to the work that I have to turn away compared to that I can do now, it pays for itself. But
Right.
that's why when you go to these bigger shops and they tell you, yeah, it's $100 for a diagnostic fee. It's $100. They got to pay for the computer. Now, in my case, if you come to me and
125.
you've got something wrong with your vehicle and I diagnose it for $100 and you have me fix it, I don't care if it's a $50 fix. I won't charge you for the diag fee as long as you get it fixed with me.
Yep.
If you're
Right.
taking it down the road or going home and buying your own parts, it's $100.
Yep.
You got to pay for that machine.
Well, my mechanic ain't that cheap. Of course, I don't own the truck no more. He's got the truck that I had, but that's what he does. I mean, that's what I do is I do logistics, and I had to take care of equipment at work. So I had been sending all the stuff to him, and he charges for the computer whether or not he fixes it. I mean, he's always been the one to fix it, but he still charges for the computer. Charges $125.
Yeah, there's the fee. You got to have it.
But I mean,
and
I
you're not
get it
gonna-
because it is a Snap-on, and it does cost $16,000. That's the first thing out of his mouth. He said that computer right there cost me $16,000.
Well, it's like the old cliche or whatever you hear about this guy that owns a ship that's full of bananas that are going bad, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
his motor breaks down. So he calls the mechanic. Mechanic comes out, can't figure it out. He recommends another mechanic. He can't figure it out. Meanwhile, the
Mhm.
bananas are starting to go bad.
Yep.
So they were like, call this guy. If it can be fixed, this guy can fix it. So this guy shows up and he taps on it with a hammer over here and he turns a couple bolts over here and tells the captain, fire it up. The old ship fires up, runs better than ever. Guy
Yep.
looks at him and says, that'll be $20,000. He said, $20,000. You're only here half an hour. He said, you're not paying for the half an hour I was here. You're paying for the 20 years experience it took me to get here to get you going in a half an hour.
There you go.
That's it. Or you can let your bananas rot.
Yep. Yep. They keep the process going.
That's it. I don't know how that relates to models, and I apologize to Bob for chasing rabbits, but there it
We're
is.
just shooting shit. Doesn't matter. We can talk about whatever you want.
Now, shit.
Well, politics. That's
Bob don't
that's
care. I
what-
mean, we just shooting the shit and talking.
Well, I will not just in an effort to get it back to models, but I got an email a little while ago that says my stealth egg plane will be here tomorrow, so I'm excited about getting that here.
That's cool. I want to see that one when you get it done.
I'm going to do
I
whatever
looked
it
at
says
'em.
on the box to do because I have no idea what it's supposed to look like or anything like that. So I'm going to follow the directions to the T.
Yeah.
And, make it
I
look
looked
like
at them on. I looked at them on Plaza Japan, but they're no longer being made.
Well, yeah, this one were the other ones that are readily available on Amazon
Yeah.
for like $13. This one was like $17, so I paid a
Yeah,
few extra
I mean,
dollars for it.
You got
And
the
that was-
FS-71, didn't you? Is that the one you got?
Yeah.
That's an easy one to do.
Yeah, me and Bob was actually talking about it when I was looking at them, and I also was looking at the 747 and the space shuttle.
I saw that
And-
space shuttle one. That's the one with the plane underneath it, right?
Yeah, yep,
Well, you get the shuttle by
Yep, I
itself,
thought-
or you get the combo.
yep. I thought that was pretty cool, but they want $50 for it.
Uh, Mine took forever to get here. I think that's part of the. I don't know if it came from
Well,
Japan or where it coming from.
I have never owned one. And they did egg plane group build and all that stuff last year. Of course, I'm not going to build one this year, but I do have them now. That way I can hopefully jump in on it next year. Just like the bike build. I've never built one.
You should be able to do it in an evening or two, Mike. It's not a big deal. You can paint it one night and put it together and decal it the next night.
Isn't that? I mean, for lack of better terms, for just kind of a matte or a satin black.
Yeah, just flat
And then
black.
maybe do around some of the wing, some of the panel liner and a glossier paint and be done, right? That's what I saw.
Yeah, you can just go. I would just do it in flat black and then kind of dry brush a little silver on it and call it done.
Okay, I can do that.
Or you can do it in gloss black to make your decals go on better, and then shoot it with flat clear, and then dust a little bit of dry brush a little silver on it.
You
So
know
it's a-
what?
they're a weekend project. I mean, that's what I like about them. If you can knock them out and look good in a weekend, paint them one day and assemble them the next day, or you could go nuts on them too, and spend 3 or 4 weeks on them. But no. Not for the
Well, what I
web-
like about them, they look like they're easy to display.
yeah,
You
they're-
can- yeah,
they're
they're,
nice and
real
small.
small. Yeah.
Just don't put them in the egg carton in the fridge.
They don't work well in there.
Well, glue tends to fall apart when it's cold.
That's true. That's true. Forgot about that.
The last thing you want to do is walk in the kitchen and see your woman trying to crack it. I'm trying to make an egg.
That is not. What is that? An ostrich egg? It's gone bad. It's black. Throw it away. It's black.
It's a rooster egg.
Right. talking about eggs. She works for some of you guys might be familiar with them. A company called Wawa. They're a deli / gas station. Really uptown or
It's a
upscale.
cool, yeah, it's a cool
Kind of
station.
like a smaller version of Buc-ee's, if you're familiar
Yep.
with us. But anyway, she has a friend there that had some chickens, and she was like, "We got all these extra eggs," and my girl just loves eggs, right? So she brings them over, and somebody had told her that if you take the egg and put it in water, and I forget exactly what it was, if it sinks, that it's been fertilized, but if it floats, something along those lines. And she was like, "These are great." And I'm like, "Okay, let's make whatever we're going to make." And she went to make a cake or something, and she cracked one of them, and there was blood in one of them eggs. She
Yeah,
that's
told her
right.
lady
Fertilized.
friend at work, "No more eggs. I'm good. I'll get mine from the store."
Right?
Because they were fertilized.
Yeah, that's what I told her. It says just fertilized egg, but there it is.
Right.
What's that little stand? Is that something you made, Bob, or is that something?
Yeah.
Paint cap. That's cool.
Just a little piece of clear acrylic rod.
Oh, that is too cool. Nice.
That's actually the paint that I painted
Okay. Is that House of Gal? Yeah. That's cool.
the paint I painted the
Oh, the
plane with, and then I just used the lid to do the
Hell
the
yeah.
Hasegawa F-16 Fighting Falcon Thunderbirds. All that came from the decal sheet. Along the edge where they put what it is on the sheet.
Right.
That's what I
That is
used
too
for that.
cool. That's creative as hell right there. I like that.
I just super glued a piece of clear rod and
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Bloop,
that's
just
all the
stick it in
space
there.
takes.
There it
Just
sits.
take the space of a spray can lid. That's all.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. That is too cool.
Nifty, nifty. I see Terry's catching up on chat.
Yeah, I'm just breezing through. I don't know that a whole lot of these guys are still in here, but
Yeah, I seen Butch was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he still is, but the rest of them are Kevin
Yeah.
and Boston and Reds.
Yeah, Papa's in and out. Kevin is in and out.
Fafa
Kevin,
made a
he's
post
still
on
here.
Facebook. He sounds upset.
have
with
they
somebody.
have they said anything about Don? Has anything been said about him yet? I mean, I know they were trying to get his blood pressure stabilized.
He just said
That's
they
what I
went,
heard.
took it for a CAT scan here a few minutes ago. So
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious about that. 'Cause normally when you're having some kind of heart issues, blood pressure issues, they're not gonna put you under.
I wouldn't think so, because I mean, putting you under can be bad enough
Lot
when you're in good health.
lot of risk in it.
I don't know a lot about it, but I know that can be the case. I think you could get it from Google. I got to clean up the
Yeah,
tip on my glue poker. It's getting more glue on it than poker.
well, you got them tips on your glue. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, this one is a. Actually, I don't even know what it came from, but it's a piece of rounded off metal with a point on the end of it.
Yep.
So I use it on my glue whenever you know how it gets clogged
You
up
don't
and then
have
hardens up in the neck of it.
yeah, you don't have those little plastic tips that goes on your glue.
These guys.
No,
Oh, I got the covers. Let me see. This is
it's
one of
it's
my.
it's pretty long. It's about two
Oh,
and a half inches long.
yeah, these guys.
It's
Hang
like
on.
that. It's
condom.
like clear. Yep, clear
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, these guys.
That all you gotta do is just nip the end off of it. Yep.
Yeah, those guys.
Just nip
Honestly,
the end off of it when it stops.
when I use those, I typically just toss them out because that's what I kind of use them for detail.
Yep.
I
You
just
don't
toss
even
them
have
out.
to squeeze it.
I bought those like I bought them
In-
damn pipettes. I bought 1,000 of them for $10 off of the eBay and or not eBay, Amazon, whoever it was. Did the same thing with the pipettes. Those 3-liter pipettes.
Yeah.
I kept getting them here and there and whatever, and I'd buy 10 of them for $6 at the hobby store or whatever. And I went online; they had them on the online. You could buy 500 of them for like $10. I'm like, there. Now I'm done. I don't have to worry about buying any more.
Right. I was just fitting to say infomercial Temu. They got them. They got the glue tips, the pipette. They got all that stuff.
And I forget who it was I was talking to. I think it was last night about the underhood material that is.
Oh, the black stuff underneath your chair?
Bruce, was that you that I was talking to?
No, that was Mark.
Mark.
That's what
No.
he's
Okay.
got on his Camaro.
Okay. Well, I went on to the old Amazon for that. You can buy 3 square yards of that for $10. I'm
What
like,
is it?
that
3 square yards? That's a
Yeah.
9 foot by 9 foot.
yeah, for $10. Yeah,
Why
so
Yeah.
spend $10 when you could just rip it out from underneath your kitchen chair?
yeah, that's
your
just it
living room
though. You
chair.
got to rip it out from underneath the chair, or you got to, if you happen to stumble across one, if you're out and about. My circles don't bring me by used office chairs.
You know the point of ripping it out from underneath your lazy boy chair is if you drop your coins or whatever, they actually fall through to the floor instead of staying on
Yeah.
that black.
Okay, okay, that
Well, you're
makes
talking
sense.
about that dust felt.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
I call it, dust felt. Yep, or
Yep.
dust material.
Yeah,
And,
I upholster furniture too.
But it, because like I said, my circles don't bring me around used office chairs. So I was like, I wonder if you can buy that online. And after finding out what the name of it was, I was looking for material under office chairs was the first thing I Googled, and that didn't really help me out. So
Yeah,
Well, I
it's not
found it-
necessarily office chairs. It's more of like the living room chairs, like a lazy boy.
I think its official name is what Bruce was saying. Bruce was saying that it's dust material or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something I can't remember the exact name either, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. It keeps your cats and stuff from crawling up in your furniture too.
Oh, so it does work both ways.
Yeah, you can't get
It's
your
far
coins
from
out.
hitting the
Cats
floor
can't get
and
in.
It would keep stuff from falling to the floor, but it won't keep a cat from going up in it. I can tell you that.
Well, if they're determined to get in there, no.
They'll go through the same place the coin did to get there if they want to.
But Ryan, wait a minute. You're assuming that I actually have coins in my pocket. I'm a modeler. I have no money.
Yeah, what's coin?
Well,
No
there
co-
was a time before cell phones when people did carry that stuff.
That is true.
when
is
10
true.
bucks would get you 5 gallons of gas, not 20 would get you 2. You know?
Agreed.
That ain't no
Agreed.
kidding. I just did that.
Agreed.
I know. I was trying to convince my
$30
mom
on
that
my
she doesn't need
grass.
to carry $200 in her purse. It's like, Mom, you got your debit card. You can buy anything with your debit card. You don't need to carry a boatload of cash.
Right.
I put up my 5-gallon gas can so I can mow grass. Cost me $22.
Wow. Crazy.
I gotta admit though, Bob, I'm in the same boat with your mom. I always carry I don't carry thousands of dollars on me, but I always try to carry cash because you just never know
Well, it's
what kind
different
of
between
deal
20,
you're
30
gonna run
bucks.
up on and need cash.
Difference between having 20, 30, 40 bucks in your wallet. You know. And if she wants to have $500 in her purse all the time. It's like, Mom, you don't need $500 in your purse. She said, but I might need something.
That's what
your
your
If you
debit
debit
need
card-
card's for.
something that bad, what the heck you shopping for?
Yeah, I mean, if you get stuck on the side of the road and somebody gives you a jump start, you throw them a $20 bill or something. I've got that. I keep that in my wallet, but
Right.
she's
Well, I
wanting
mean,
to keep
I can understand having $50 in your pocket on a weekend in case there's a garage sale that has models, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know, if it's winter time and there ain't no garage sales, yeah, no.
Wintertime down here is the best time to go garage sailing. The weather's tolerant enough to be out in it.
Yeah, that's true, Red. You can stipple on the paint texture to get that simulation look.
Well, I got a question for you guys. When you use your Sharpie marker on the inside of your doors, where you're basically where your windows are going to go around the frame of the window, and you just want that rubber look. Can you clear coat over a Sharpie?
Oh yeah,
It's got to be acrylic
See, mine's not. Mine's alcohol.
because the Sharpie is alcohol based.
Yep, it's got to be acrylic clear then.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
back in the day, testers used to have them paint markers, and I used to always buy the flat black ones anytime I could. Now I'm lucky if I got one or two of the gloss black, white, and red because that's all they'd sell anymore.
So I
What
put signs
about-
over mine.
What about the Molotov black liner pen? Can you clear coat over it? That's water based. Okay, so it says on it's permanent pigmented water based indelible ink. So you
I
probably
don't
can't.
Okay.
You can't clear coat over that.
I would always do the same thing. Always, try it on a spoon, shoot some lacquer on it and see what happens. But I do know that the Sharpies, you got
Well, the one thing I always found about a black Sharpie is it gets that iridescent pearly look.
purplish. It's actually more purple than black.
Yeah.
I've never liked the Sharpie for a model part because it never replicates any of the black that's on a real car.
I found that the Milwaukee has a different color to it than the Sharpie because I used it on that CUDA that I built, and the effect was cool because it has like a, I don't know, it's like a bluish tint maybe to it, but it was definitely different than a regular Sharpie, the Milwaukee brand Sharpie, if you will.
I don't know if there is a difference in advantage for that or Red. Tamiya panel liner versus homemade black washes.
To me, a panel liner is just an enamel, a thin down enamel.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And they use it that because everything they use is basically a lacquer or an acrylic. So the enamel is a separate, different. You don't have to worry about eating into either one of the finishes when you're using it.
I saw a guy on the tube the other day that was showing us how he did something, and he actually reduced the panel liner again 50-50.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
He got a really cool effect out of it.
because I've got the one bottle. Where is it at? It's kind of getting old. Not because I've used so much of it, so it's getting kind of too thick.
Right.
And that's exactly what I did to it. I just put some more enamel. What did I put in it? I put in it
More reducer.
enamel center.
Sweet.
I put a little bit of that in it to send it back down. And I just basically, it's about half full. I just filled the bottle back up with what was in it
Right.
to bring it
Now you
back.
got me- now you got
It
me
was
thinking
almost
about
as thick as the airbrush. I could airbrush this stuff and use it as black paint before I put thinner in it.
Now you got me thinking about mine. I think I'm in good shape though.
I'm like Red. I used to just thin out a bottle of black, usually flat black, because it was a little thicker or whatever, and just pour half of it into my other bottle, and then just fill the other half up with thinner, and black wash away.
Be right back,
Tell
guys.
you what I'm doing. I'll even just mix thin out my regular acrylic.
The water-based craft stuff.
No, like the Vallejo or whatever. Where's my mouse at? Here it is.
More of the airbrush stuff.
Yeah, the model air. Because like for the vent here, I just thinned out the regular black and let it drip down in there.
Right.
Just to give it enough
Definition.
definition to show that they're there. In fact, when I'm done, I'll probably go back and put one more round on it just to darken it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I suppose the more you thin it down, the more you'd have to coat it a time or two just to make sure it's thick enough when it dries.
Yeah, so when it dries, it's not still too transparent.
Yeah, because
It's
otherwise,
kind of where it's at right now. It's in there. I can see it, but it's not really dark enough, so I'll go over it again.
and then it just runs to the bottom outside corners instead of staying in the flats.
Yeah, I just use the same capillary action that you would.
Yeah.
And suck up the extra with a Q-tip. And
Yeah, even for like the windshield wipers, I won't even use the black marker. I'll use my paint marker instead. Just because I'm not really fond of that iridescency color. Now, if I'm trying to make an oil stain on a diorama or something, yeah, that's definitely the way to go.
damn, I'm going through tape like somebody else is paying for it.
If only, right?
Fortunately, it's cheap enough, but because I don't pay the Tamiya prices for it. I use the get the MT, who makes Tamiya's tape for them. Get the washi tape from them instead.
I looked at that washi tape. They got a lot of different patterns and designs for that. And different
Yeah, you can
widths,
get all
too.
kinds of stuff, but I just use the basic.
Plaids. Plaids are the one I see the most of, or at least the most of that would apply to what we're doing.
I use the one that would fit in the Tamiya spool.
Okay. Oh, okay. These are made by the same people, which would
Yeah, MT
yeah,
masking tape. It's
the people that make it.
homemade paper, washi adhesive tape. It's the exact same stuff. They sell it for scrapbookers here. And you pay. I think I paid $20 for 20 rolls. I think it's a little bit higher now because I bought this probably 5 years ago.
20 rolls of that, if it said to me on the package, would cost you $200.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
$4.99 a roll for them.
That's
It
neat.
doesn't matter what color I'm using, because but they make. You can get in the craft shops. You can find it wider stuff in different patterns, and you can use it for like your internal input. I want to say the
Interior
input
panel.
on your seat. Yeah, your
Yeah.
seat interiors, inserts or door panel inserts.
Jason Hanscom just released a video where he used it on, I think it's 37 build that he's doing with Brian. He used like a plaid looking design on the inside of his. Look fucking amazing. Looks really good.
Yeah, I've got a roll of zebra stripe or something laying around here. I bought just for giggles. I'll end up using it on a build one of these days.
All right, build a lowrider with some tiger stripe seats.
I made a bunch of my own plaid interior one day. I asked Mom if she had some black and white checkered material, and she found some really small checkers. So I took all of my duplicolor transparent colors, my blue, red, yellow, purple, orange, green, and I think I had another one too. And I cut them all into a little bigger than a 4x6 sheet of, like a piece of photo paper size. And I sprayed each one of them with the different colors. And then I just take my ruler and my white pencil and I make the lines on them. And turns out just like a nice little plaid.
There you go.
Doesn't have the, well, some of it has the faded, where there's like a solid black and a half black, and then a dark color and a half color kind of thing. But worked out pretty good.
Hey, that's creative. If it works, it works.
Yeah. I wanted to do that in one of my Chevy trucks just because I always thought that was kind of nifty, and it's kind of a throwback to the old days when they had plaid interiors.
Yeah, they've got a Southwestern print on that washi tape, and every time I see it, I say I'm going to grab it, and I never do. But I remember having a '76 Chevrolet pickup truck and had a blue. It's kind of like a blue and gray and white and seat cover, and it literally looks identical to that. So if I wanted to do a remake, that would be, you could use something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I think
What's
if you
that?
look around, they even got like the one that looks like the Mexican
Jimmy.
blanket. The
Yeah,
washi tape
that's what I was thinking. Mexican blanket. Yeah.
that you put on there.
What up, Jimmy?
What's up?
You see it,
Yeah.
my
What's
brother?
up, Jimmy?
I can
Hi,
see
Jimmy.
that. I can see that.
Jimmy,
working
Jimmy.
out
Everybody
there,
doing?
Jimmy.
Literally watching paint dry.
I'm holding down the recliner.
I just got home from work. So I got me some ribs and some more mushrooms that my mom brought up that I found in the woods.
Mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. These are the morels I found in the woods. They're good as hell fried up.
It's
Yeah.
all over. It's all over YouTube about them finding them things.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone out
I'm
this
seeing
year.
them on Marketplace. People selling them $60 a pound.
Yep.
Shit, I find them and eat them. I don't sell them.
That's like that ginseng. One of them people in Tennessee, Carolinas, they go hunting that ginseng, buddy. They make good money on that stuff.
So do
Mm-hmm.
truffle hunters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
truffle hunters. Got pigs that go hunting truffles. I've never done it, but they make money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know what it was. I probably stepped on 1,000,000 pounds of it in my lifetime and never knowed it.
Morels, they look like a white brain on a stick.
Yep.
White
Kind of,
brain.
yeah.
Or a
Like
white
a
brain
cone
on a stick.
Like a conehead brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like it looks like a giant sponge on a
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
That's
They're
what a
good fried
morel
up in a little butter. A little butter and some steak seasoning my mom puts on them.
They do a lot of them here. During Prohibition, the wineries and the breweries all had to close down, so that's what they use the cellars for. They built boxes and put in the horse manure, and they grew mushrooms in the wine cellars year round because the temperature and humidity and everything was exactly right, and the darkness is what mushrooms want.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Well, I can tell you that down here, the mushrooms that come out of the horse pucky are not the same. I can't say they're not edible, but if you eat them, you're going to start seeing pink stars, yellow clovers, and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Flying
some-
horses.
Yeah,
Flying
there's some sort of
horses?
hallucinogenic that they make tea out of, and I made the mistake of trying the tea one time, and I don't know that I've ever come down off of that ride. That was some weird shit. I don't know
Seeing
what
pink
kind of
elephants
mushroom it
walk
is.
across
I
the
just
street.
know it grows in horse pucky.
When you get flashbacks that remind you not to do it, it was a good time once.
Mm-hmm.
I got done with that, and I looked at them boys, and I said, "Y'all can have this. This is more power to you."
Might be an
I'll
acquired taste, but I don't know how they acquired it.
kind of like
I'll
peyote.
stick to my beer. At least I know what to expect from it. I might act like a butthole, but I'm not going to see flying buttholes.
No, that's eating what comes out of the butthole.
Right? That's craziness. But
no different than what super expensive coffee that
Yeah,
the-
is it
the-
goats eat it and then
the
they
goat
get
or
it
whatever
back
you
out of the
put in-
goats or something?
Yeah.
I've heard about that. I've never had it, but I've heard about that.
they feed it to the animal and it goes through and then they make
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a goat. I want to say it's a goat that they feed it to, and then the goat passes it, and the seed of the coffee comes out whole, and his stomach like takes the I don't know exactly, but takes the shell off or whatever, and then they pick it out of his poop and then crush it up and drink it. That's okay. That's good for you. Don't give me none of that. I don't want none
Red
Kua
said
Waka
that the cat
is the
that
name of the coffee.
Man, that must be some shitty coffee.
Basically,
They pay-
but they
good
pay
money
through
for
the ass for it, literally.
they can have it. Again, that's one of those deals. Good for you. I'm happy for you. No thanks.
Servo. Yeah, I must have been out of the loop for a long time. And I'm going to go back to staying out of the loop if that's the shit going on.
Yeah.
Count me out.
Mm-hmm.
Kua Waka.
It's a cat that eats it. Okay, it's a cat that eats it. I didn't know if it was a cat or a goat or a monkey or what it was, but
The cat. They follow
So
the
who's
cat
doing
around and scoop up the poop.
Like
doing
that,
the live tomorrow
that
night?
Cheech and Chong skit where his dog ate his
yeah, the
cat. What
It's
kind
like
is
the
it? It's
Zeppelin
Labrador.
man.
It's Labrador, man. My dog ate my stash. I'd follow him around for 2 days with a baggie.
Follow him around a little baggy
was-
for 2 days, man.
That was so rich.
Dave's not here, man.
My license, yeah, I think it's on the bumper, man.
What's your
Sir,
name?
what's his name? His name is Ralph.
Can't you see it, man?
I love that movie.
Keep on knocking, but you can't call me in.
That's what I'm gonna do when I get that 64 Impala lowrider kit they just came out with. I'm gonna recreate his car. Love
That one's
machine.
been,
Teach
that one's
my-
That's
been
about
done enough
time.
time.
Yeah, but as much as I love that movie, I want to build it.
Isn't that new kit release a blue one, Jimmy?
It's purple.
The box purple. Okay, I was gonna say. I think I've seen that box cover. I just got a newsletter from Hobby Nut, and they show all the. I mean, not that I'm the only one. Anybody can get one, but they showed out a
Upcoming
couple of
release.
new kits. Yeah, they showed out a couple of new kits that were coming out, and I thought that was on it.
Yeah, that's where I saw that they're bringing back the 57 Chevy Del Rio station wagon as,
Oh,
a,
the
cus-
Del Rio.
Yep.
Yeah.
as a custom.
Is that okay?
Yep.
It is a Chevy. I thought it was for some reason I was thinking it was a Ford, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a Ford.
It's
Okay.
Ford.
They're coming
Okay.
back out with that step side muscle truck too. That one. Oh. That one I want to get. What was the other one I seen yesterday? It's like a 32 or 34 Ford sedan hot rod. I can't remember. I have to look it up on Hobby Nut.
Yeah,
You
it's
know how
a,
long it's been since I've bought a new released kit? I'm still missing the Toyota Supra, the Subaru Brat, the Sodbuster.
I can't
Right.
say anything. The only new release I've bought is the 71 Duster or whatever it is. Plymouth or Dodge Demon.
Yep.
Everything else I got has either been out for entirely too long or was commonplace at Ollie's or wherever.
Amen, brother. That's me.
Yeah, even when the last time I went to a Hobby Lobby, I only bought common kits. Like the most odd out of all of them is the 70 Pontiac Trans Am. Or Firebird, whatever.
that's probably the newest kit I have is that 70
Firebird.
Pontiac,
Yeah.
the blue and white one, blue or white one, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
As far as newest tooling wise,
Yeah, and prior to that,
well,
the
I guess that's
newest one-
68 GTO. That's the newest one. That round 2 68 GTO.
Yeah.
That's a
the,
new.
the only other newest one prior to that would have been the 83, 84 Cutlass.
Yeah.
So anything that's came out after them, I ain't had it yet. I would like to get one of the MPC Toyota Supras just because it was one of them kits I built back in the day. And it's a cool MPC. Doesn't have golden wheels on it. But that's fine. Greetings, Cliff.
Only Supra I want to get. I want to get
What's
that
up, Sarge?
Tamaya Supra, the MK3. I want to do a small tire drag build with it.
Well, if I get one, it's not going to be a tuner thing. It's just simply going to be a childhood memory of the old MPCs from back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing a tuner with it. I'm doing a small tire drag car. I like my tuner cars and all them, but I love drag cars the most.
I wouldn't mind one of the Celicas too, because that was kind of a neat car back then.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Ping, ping, somebody likes me. Oh, the Blues are losing. That's what it is.
Everybody likes you, Bob. You're awesome sauce.
Yeah, I'll second that.
You're the King Bob, man.
What's up, Cliff?
You're King Bob, right? How can you not like King Bob?
Bow before his greatness. 71.
Like on the
yeah.
radio. Everybody raise their hand. You realize they can't see you, right?
Nope.
And actually, in the movie, I like Stewart better than I did King Bob, but you know.
Caught myself a while ago doing this.
What, raising your hand?
It's my thumb.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's a new attendance right there versus that.
So who's doing the live tomorrow night?
Thursday?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Should be Rob.
He rubbed.
Rob? That's right. They
Yep.
switched. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Rob from Time Machine is tomorrow night.
Yeah. If he's
And
on later, I'll jump on. I got to work the night shift again.
And if Rob has any delay or whatever, Jonathan will probably hop over and do it.
I hadn't seen Jonathan. Anybody heard from him in a bit?
Nope.
Haven't seen him.
Didn't see him in Mark's channel. Hadn't seen him prior. So.
He's got school too. He actually pays attention and does good though.
Yeah.
I know
Best
he's got
job you'll ever have. School is by far the best job you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah.
Yep. They told me that when I was in school and I laughed in their face. Turns out they were the right one, not me.
Yeah, well, I said the same thing about math.
Well,
And
I was
guess what?
I was the brainiac. They were trying to teach us about the very beginnings of computers, DOS and all that. I was the brainiac that told my teacher, I don't need to know nothing about no daggum computers. I'm going to work on cars for a living. There's no computers in cars.
Yeah.
What a
what we
jackass
once
I
thought.
turned out to be. There's more computers in cars now than there was on the first space shuttle.
And they're not needed for the car to run.
They're
No.
not. All a car needs is fuel, spark, and air.
Exactly. That's all they need. They'll run without all that other crap.
They will.
Yeah.
But they won't run the
There's
way
more
they want
computing
them to.
power in here than what NASA had when they sent the astronauts to the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
Now, if Rob runs early tomorrow night or something, I can do it after hours. But yeah,
So in
You
other
can't
words,
go
you're
early
saying we
after
could
hours
drive
to
our
run.
car to the moon?
Probably.
It won't be long. It won't
Elon
be
Musk
long, and
got
you'll
one
be
in
able to
orbit,
catch a,
so that's
you might not be able to drive your car there, but you'll be able to catch a ride to the moon before too long.
the Elon Musk put a car in orbit. So I guess that's the next step is send a car to the moon.
Hey, Andy Griffith did it. Oh, not Andy Griffith. Fred McMurray. Was that?
No, it was Andy Griffith and Savage
Andy?
Line, the TV show. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
The cement mixer to make a spaceship out of it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Oh, I found the station wagon you were talking about, Bob. Damn, this thing is nice.
the '57 Del Rio. Yeah, I built
Yeah.
the original kit. You could build it straight stock as a police car. So it came with the bubble gum machine for the top and the decals for the police decals. Or you could do a mild custom. It came with like a Krager Keystone-ish wheel in it and a little bit of pop-up parts for the engine. So now they're re-releasing it as a custom. So they're getting different wheels and probably get a better hop-up parts for the engine.
Oh,
But
here's
it's a
that
good kit either way. It was a great kit. It's already got the fuel line in it from the, all that stuff is already in the kit. So you run some spark plug wires and you're pretty much good to go.
Yep.
But they kind of, it says like new tooling on it, but it's not at all new tooling. They just added another tree of custom parts.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I mean, but
Yeah.
yeah, that is a good kit. They did. We were doing that, which means they may bring back the sedan and the 4-door '57 Fords as well.
Yeah, that'd be
It was a
cool.
series. They did all three of them that way.
Oh, here's that Roadster I was looking at. It's a 32 Ford turbo sedan. Oh, this thing's cool looking. Even with the fenders, it looks good. It's got a big ass decal sheet.
Yeah, it was probably 10 years ago when they brought out those '57 Fords. Real Monogram did, and they were really nice.
You confused me at first. You said 57 Chevy Del Rey. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's a Del Rio.
Del Rio, yeah.
A lot of difference.
Yeah, you said Chevy at first and confused me.
And it's got the forward flipping hood on it. It's a cool car.
Oh yeah, it does. I zoomed in on it. I can see the hinges are on the front of the car. Yeah. I'd look cool with a fat set of Pro Street tires. Oh,
Love that,
Happy's
man.
got me addicted to Pro Streets. I'm in the mood to tub something at the moment. I kind of want to
I
tub
tubbed
this.
this Hudson. I'm good for now. My next kick after the motorcycle is going to be these all-wheel drive kits. These chassis that I got for this unicorn. They're so cool, and there's so many different things that you could do with them. So many different bodies you can slap on these all-wheel drive chassis.
Here it is.
There
dude.
it is. There's the wagon.
Oh, it's good. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Hell to the asm.
I say it has the fuel line is already in there. I added battery cables, heater hoses, and spark plug wires. Is the only thing I added
Cool.
inside. Yeah,
Is that like a metallic blue or a silver blue, Bob? Is that-
yeah, that's called Avignon Blue. It's a duplicolor color.
Okay.
Looks
I built
good.
It's a
several
good looking
cars.
color. I like it.
I built several cars with that color, and then I also use it for whenever I'm doing a Pontiac. I use it for the engine block on the Pontiac.
Yeah, it looks very close to Pontiac Blue. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I see that.
But it's a really cool kit. The chassis is different, is separate from the floor pan.
Oh, that's always nice.
That's nice.
And when I got, I don't know if they're still that way, but when I got this one, you got all the parts for all three versions of the car, except for the body and the interior bucket. So it has a spare tire piece. It has a couple different gas tanks for it. Separate exhaust, separate chassis, the whole works. Hey, these are the wheels that came with it. They're like a Krager Keystone-ish, but then it came with the stock wheels too. Yeah, it's a nice overall nice kit. Was real happy with it.
All right.
It has you get decals for all the badges and everything. This is the ranch wagon, the Del Rio ranch wagon.
Good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool little kit.
I like it because it's a station wagon.
Yeah, station wagons are cool.
I was planning to get another one and cut the roof and make it into a El Camino-ish thing.
Oh, that'd be badass.
Ranchero.
Ranchero.
Yeah.
Cut the roof and move the top half of the tailgate to the back window.
I was flipping through Jimmy Flintstone the other day to see if there was any more of these Hudson things available. And he's got a Hudson on there that the back half is a pickup truck. So it kind of looks like a
Yep.
Ranchero thing. And that was cool. I'm like, damn it, now I am going to have to build another Hudson because that was cool.
Yeah, that's like a 2009. I don't remember 2009, 2010 tooling. It's
It's a good looking kit for sure.
Yeah, it is.
and there was still a bunch. Said you end up with a kind of like the 5-window coupe. You end up with a boatload of extra parts when you're done
Nice.
for other stuff.
We like extra parts.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Bob. You just reminded me. I was looking for a front axle. I think there's an extra one in that kit.
The 5-window coupe, yeah, that's got tons of extra parts in it.
I knew I'd seen
Jesus.
one somewhere. Thanks,
It's
Bob.
It's got 2 complete
Damn.
motors in it. It's got
2 chassis.
2 chassis, 3 different sets of wheels, I think. 2 or 3 sets of wheels.
Yeah. You get your money's worth in that 5-window kit.
Oh yeah.
Bob
I
Red
built
said it'd
that.
probably be cheaper to convert that station wagon into a Ranchero than it would be to find the Ranchero kit. I didn't even know they made a 57 Ranchero kit, so clearly he knows more about it than I did. You got to go a long way to be smarter than me.
Jesus, man. This is another. I'm on eBay right now. This is another freaking thing with the shipping, like we were talking about. Dude,
Yeah,
it's
that's how
the hot.
that's how.
It's the AMT Hot Trucks kit. It's got the El Camino step side 90s body and the step side 55 Chevy. He wants 99 cents for it, but $58 shipping.
Yeah, it's because eBay. Well, they do now, but the eBay used to not charge you
Shipping.
service fees on the shipping. So you would list something for 99 cents, and then have the shipping was paying. You were paying for the shipping was paying for the item.
Right.
Same thing when I used to get my mini like GoPro cams. Lipstick was out of China. You could get one that was 99 cents with $11 shipping, or you could get one for $10 with 99-cent shipping. So it was basically the same thing. It's just depending where they were charging you for shipping, if you were paying it with shipping or not. But eBay caught on to that, and they do charge a fee on the shipping if it's above what they consider normal. But it's still cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah, they'll mark the percentages up on the shipping. Keep it right there at the line, or right just this side of the line.
Yeah.
It's on average. Let me see. That one I shipped to you, Jimmy, I think it cost me like right at $10, maybe $12 tops. So these
Yeah,
guys,
that's what it cost me to ship my
The
kit.
kit I mailed to Andrew this week was $12.95, I think, for priority mail with tracking and insurance.
and the same way with Jason, and you guys are about as far away from. I mean, you're not in like Oregon, which is obviously the other side of the country, but it don't cost $25 to ship anywhere in the United States. That's for sure. Some of that's going in their pocket.
When I set my search up on eBay, Jimmy, I set it up at the top of the search section. You can put it for lowest price, including shipping, or lowest price plus shipping.
Right.
And so it'll show you, because you might see a kit for $10 and then they want $30 shipping. So it combines the two together. So you kind of know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go up there and do that.
And I'll tell you another thing that I did that I was guilty of, and I almost clicked buy. I was looking at the Johan stuff, and all of a sudden I found one that they were bidding on that I could buy now for like a fraction of what the other ones were going for. I didn't pay. Almost made the mistake before I went back and looked in the description. And I forget the numbers, but we'll say the Johan kit was going for $40, and this one was only $5. And I was like, wow. Turned out it was the box only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to watch
Yeah,
that.
you
that
got
with
it.
the
Yep.
Johans.
They won't tell you that up front. Some of them don't. You got to go into the description. And I almost pushed, but I'd have been so mad if that had happened. I would have been
Well, you collect empty boxes anyway, so you'd have been fine, right?
Yeah.
right. I collect them for free. Though. I get the freebies. I don't pay for empty boxes. My neighbor's a hell of a builder. He's got all kinds of stuff out there. I just go picking through his trash can.
I need a neighbor like that.
You gotta get out there
Oh,
before it
yeah.
rains.
Yeah, I have
Sure.
to beat the rain. Yeah, I definitely have to beat the rain.
There's a kit I really want to get. It's the Revell Motor City 91 Pontiac Firebird. I love my 90s cars.
I guess it's because I grew up in the 90s and was loving the 60s cars, but there is nothing about a 90s car that does anything for me.
Except turn you off.
Except turn me off. I'm not a 90s. Or even the 80s. There's a certain amount of nostalgia, oh, yeah, so grandma had one of those or uncle had one of those. But as far as like people oohing and ahhing, I'm not a Chevrolet fan, but I could even ooh and ah over a 69 Camaro. I mean, 69 Camaro is a nice car. But like a 93 Firebird. Mrr, mrr, mrr.
I love my 80s and 90s Firebirds and Camaros. The vets,
Because
them
they're old
years
cars, do you?
were ugly. I don't know. I've just always had an attachment towards the 80s and 90s cars like that. Always
I
been
liked it
looking for 'em.
because I think it was jealousy because in '82, I was a senior in high school. A friend of mine whose dad owned the bank bought him an '82 Firebird. So he had a brand new one off the lot. And I thought it was cool as shit. So that's kind of why I like the '80s ones. But I prefer Firebirds. I'm a '70s guy all the way for those.
77 Bandit Trans Am is my favorite, but I love my 90s body Firebird. It's
But
cool.
when they got to the end with the W6 '90s ones, like they started looking too funky, too bubbly.
I remember way back, we used to cruise what we call the Boulevard, Silver Springs Boulevard, basically the main drag that runs through Ocala. But anyways, we used to cruise it back and forth, and I had a '65 Dodge Dart. Now there was nothing special about this car other than the paint job, the Cracker SS wheels, and it had a 340 in it, but it wasn't super fast or anything like that. And we used to hang out at a place called Pat Solenback. And guy, I knew him. I couldn't really call him a friend, but he was an acquaintance, kid I went to high school with. Pulls up in one of them at the time was brand new white Formula Trans Am. It was supposed to be the fastest thing there was. He pulls up in there and he just looks at me. He's like, "My car's faster than yours." I'm like, "Yeah, well, mine's cooler than yours." I think the coolest car out of the ones that were there was Gina Russo. First of all, she was a smoking hot Italian girl, but she had a Camaro, and I'm going to say it wrong, Berlinetta.
Yeah, Berlinettas. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a cool little car. It was different. I mean, it still looked like a Camaro, but it was Berlinetta. It would have a different package or whatever. That was
it
a
was
good
just
car.
a trim package. Yeah, Boston. I had a 6-foot long poster of the Countach on my bedroom wall when I was in
Dodge
high school.
Colt. Yeah, that was a cool
6
car.
foot
Yeah.
should have been 8 foot.
I love them Countaches are cool. Same with the Diablo.
Black on black with the gold wheels. Yep.
Never was a, what do they call them, the spaghetti rockets? Never was a spaghetti rocket fan.
How about a Dodge Colt? What? I'm never.
Not cool.
I've actually
Again,
never seen a
Not
Dodge
cool,
Colt.
but cool. It's like the Pacer. I love the Pacer.
My uncle had a Colt.
Everybody else that thinks it's cool.
Okay,
though.
okay.
My uncle had a Dodge Colt that I'm assuming it was especially a Dodge Colt because it had Dodge Colt badges on one side. On the other side, it had the Chrysler badges, and on the front and the back, it had Plymouth badges on the hood and on the trunk.
When I think of Dodge Colts, those
That was right off the showroom floor.
all I can do is laugh at what they did to the Nova at that time.
Yeah, that's true too.
They called that a Nova? Are you serious? One of the menacing muscle cars of the era, and you went and did that with it?
Oh, you mean like the late '70s Mustangs?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, literally.
Escorts with a fancy paint job.
Hell,
Yeah,
the
that
only
really
car I
was
will
nice.
say was
With a
ugly as
hoist
hell
on it.
from the 80s and 90s, and this was truly ugly, was the Charger. When they tried to do that little bitty freaking fuel efficient thing, called it a Charger.
I
That
see your
actually
Dodge
wasn't
Charger
too
and I
bad.
raise you one Dodge Aries K, the K car.
Oh god.
But it had Corinthian leather,
That's right.
whatever the hell Corinthian leather is.
I don't know either. So some Italian guy goes, he's pronouncing my name wrong. It's not Corinthian. The Opel, yeah, Opel Monta.
You guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. I got dogs I gotta let out and all that kind of
All
stuff.
right.
Ain't been real talkative. I just wore
That's
out.
all right. We're only gonna be here
I
for a few
thought you
more
was
minutes
asleep there
anyway.
a while ago anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out and go do this, get in bed.
Ain't gonna miss much.
All
We're
right,
going about 10, 15 more minutes is all we're gonna do anyway.
Aw.
'Cause I'm getting
All
my
right, well,
stomach
I'll catch
starting to
y'all.
rumble.
I'll
All
try
right,
to catch
TJ,
y'all
be
tomorrow.
safe, brother. We'll
All
see
right.
you on the next one.
Night,
All
See
right,
you,
bro.
Terry.
Catch all y'all in the chat later.
Yeah,
All
bye.
right.
Bye.
Does it really matter? Or are they all the same? They are. They are actually different. Okay.
What? I've never seen this kit. It's an AMT, or not AMT, it's a Revell kit. It's the Kevin Van Dam's Team Pro Fishing Silverado. It comes with a little matchbox that matches the kit once you're done building the kit.
Kevin Van Dam or Jean-Claude Van Dam?
Kevin Van Dam's
Kevin Van
Team,
Dam's like one of those bass fishing guys.
Oh,
Team
that Van
Pro
Dam. You
Fishing.
said Kevin Van Dam. I'm thinking the guy, the wrestler.
That's Rob Van Dam.
That's Rob Van Dam. That's right.
John
RVD.
Claude is the
RVD.
martial arts guy, the movie star.
And yeah, Jean-Claude was the one that could do the split in between the
The
two
Chuck
chairs.
Norris wannabe, yeah.
But yeah, this kit, once you're done building the kit, it has a little Hot Wheels that comes with it that matches the kit.
But you don't get it till you're done building the kit? Or do
May
you
not.
get that before you build the kit?
No, like it's in the box with it.
Yeah, they did that with a lot of the Revell Amigo pack stuff. You can get the El Camino or a whole lot of Johnny Lightning cars from the AMT series stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
There's a lot of that.
He only wants $20 for it, man. I don't know. That'd almost be worth it because how different it is. I've never seen this.
You know, Bob, you don't have to say you're sorry, but you put me in this position that I hate being in.
What?
I have a few bucks on my account, and if I go shopping, everything's above my budget.
Having $25 in your account?
No, I ain't got 25 bucks. I got like 19 or 8. What is 25 minus 9? 16 bucks. 15 something, whatever. Yeah. But that's what I mean. You say 20 bucks. I'm like, yeah, nope. Can't do it. But that's all right.
No, it comes with the kit. A little
just-
Hot Wheels. It comes with the kit.
Yeah.
Red. That would be cool though. Send a photo in and get the Hot Wheels. That's a good idea.
Well, that Camaro I built was based on a Matchbox car. I just had the Matchbox car. I said, I'll build a car to match it.
That's
Okay.
another series I wouldn't mind collecting the box art of is the old Matchbox kits.
Yeah.
I believe they were AMT kits, but they had the Matchbox markings on the box.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, some of the one or two of the ones from Always was like that, wasn't it?
Well, it was
Those
a
are the Hot
series
Wheels
back
cart
in the day.
kits.
Yeah, the Hot Wheels stuff I'm not as big a deal on.
I've always been a bigger
Most
Hot
of
Wheels
that
fan.
was set up for
Yeah,
the younger crowd
just like
to start with.
Yeah, the Opal was Hot Wheels labeled. The Opal that Ollie's
Yep.
was similar.
Yep.
That's because I got that one there.
I'm on here looking at like S10s or something on eBay. I want to Pro Street a truck, and an S10 with a fat set of tires look badass. But I don't know how much of a cheap ass I am. I ain't gonna buy nothing. I'll keep looking.
You know, Red, like I said, I'd rather just box collect most of them series. It'd be a little cheaper. It would still be nice to have the kits on some of them.
Yeah.
Because I probably wouldn't build it box art style anyway. But if I wanted to collect a series like that, that would be kind of cool.
Well, gentlemen, I believe I'm going to duck out, try to get into bed a decent hour tonight. I got the hood in the easy bake oven. I did get all my bare metal foil work done last night, so it's
Yep,
get
this
the
looks
hood
like a
done
good.
and then clear coat it.
That's good.
How about this? I got a quick question before I go, though. Like the chrome bumpers and stuff on this, should I clear coat over put the chrome bumpers on and then clear coat over everything, or clear coat and then put the chrome stuff on?
You can go either way.
Either way.
I don't know. I don't clear coat all my
If
chrome.
you
So.
clear over the chrome, it's not quite as shiny. I mean, it is, but sometimes it can take the plasticky look of chrome away.
Okay. And if let's assume, which I've looked at them and they're pretty close, the kit chrome and the bare metal foil chrome are pretty close. It would because I have never sprayed clear coat over bare metal foil, so would the chrome stay at least as close as it is now, or do you think that
Yeah,
the two?
yeah.
There's a
Clear
lot of
coat
people
shouldn't
that
change the
spray
bare
over-
metal foil.
A lot of people that spray over the BMF just to lock it into the body too.
Yeah, I did here.
I've used, like I said, I've used bare metal before, but I've not really sprayed over top of it.
It shouldn't change the look of bare metal foil.
Did you get your? Did you go over your badges and get those cleaned off first before you spray clear on?
Yeah, hang on if you want to hang on just a second. Get a pair of gloves. I can show you. I got it all cleaned up, so I don't want to put my oily fingerprints on it, but I'll show you. I got it. I got the badging all done on it last night after we got off the live.
I was asking to make sure that you did it before you cleared it, because you can still get back to it. Yeah, cool.
Got it off
Oh,
of
that's
there,
good.
and then off the back, and then of course that's what it looks like. Down the whole side.
Well, I think it's gonna look badass.
Same way up there. Got the Hudson special, and then on there. So yep, she's
Yeah, you can go either way. You could put the bumpers on before you clear or after you clear. It's not going to matter.
and the bezel, same way the bezels, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking more of than anything else was the bezels, because once you glue them together and then that clear coat gets in that where the connection would be, where where it would be bolted together or whatever. I felt like the clear coat would help make it flow a little better.
I put the chrome in before I cleared on these on the hood here.
Yeah.
It still looks. Yeah,
Yeah, I see
if you
it.
got if your chrome looks plasticky, putting the clear coat over it will help take away the plasticky look, but otherwise it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're at a good spot, so I think we'll just go ahead and shut it down.
All
So,
right,
I think
y'all
that's
be good.
I gotta go.
All right, yeah.
Yep.
And,
Bob, thanks for hosting another late night for us. We appreciate you.
no problem.
Panel, we'll
Always.
appreciate you guys.
And
Glad I
depending
caught
on
the
what
end of it.
happens tomorrow night, I may come back up, pick on tomorrow night after his.
Yeah, greetings, Edward. Sorry we're leaving when you just get here, but
Yeah.
we'll see you all again next time. Till then,
See
later,
y'all. Glad I
y'all.
caught the end of it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. Thanks again, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. What I was
Catch
having
y'all later.
trouble with me, they actually did put a cortisone shot in my neck to help with the pins and needles in my hands, and it worked because I was having a disc issue with a disc. But yeah, I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Thanks for joining in the chat, and we will see you down for sure on Tuesday, and maybe tomorrow night as well. Good night, everybody.